All right, welcome to The Explainer. Things in AI have been, well, an absolute whirlwind this past week. We're going to cut right through the noise. Let's do this. I mean, it's genuinely hard to wrap your head around what just happened. In just 7 days, the entire AI landscape got a massive shakeup. We're talking software, hardware, the politics, everything. So let's just dive right in. Okay, first up, the great model race, the competition between the big AI labs, it just kicked into overdrive. It's a total head-to-head sprint to see who can build the next great AI. And the main event this week was a true clash of the titans. You've got OpenAI dropping GPT-5, and they're weaving it into everything Microsoft does, basically setting a brand new bar for what's possible. But immediately, Anthropic fires right back with Claude 4.1. And this one is specifically built to go toe-to-toe on reasoning, handling different languages, and this is key, with enterprise-level safety. This is the rivalry you need to be watching right now. And if you want a perfect picture of the drama, here it is. This isn't just about boring lab tests anymore. No, this is about bragging rights. OpenAI's new model went up against Elon Musk's Grok in an AI chess tournament and won. It's a huge symbolic victory, you know? It's like showing off its strategic smarts for the whole world to see. So, while all these software giants are duking it out, something else happened. A completely different kind of competitor just stepped onto the field. And listen, this isn't just another AI model. It's a whole new type of hardware, and it could completely change the game. So, what's the deal with this Darwin monkey? Well, it's a neuromorphic supercomputer, and that's just a fancy way of saying it's built to work like an actual biological brain. So instead of using the same old computer chips, it's designed to mimic neurons and synapses. The upshot? It can process just incredible amounts of information using way less power. This is a genuinely revolutionary idea. And the scale here? It's just staggering. We're talking 2 billion artificial neurons. That's getting close to the complexity of a macaque monkey's brain. Think about that. This is a huge leap forward for brain-inspired AI. It could speed up everything, from understanding our own brains to the quest for artificial general intelligence. And here's the thing. All this incredible new power, it's not just staying locked away in a lab somewhere. Nope. This week, we saw AI make the jump from just being a cool concept to something that has a very real, very tangible impact on our daily lives. I mean, just look at this stuff. In Uvalde, Texas, AI gun detection systems are now being installed on every single school security camera. In the world of health, a patient is now producing their own insulin thanks to a gene-edited cell transplant that was guided by AI. For education, Google just launched an AI tutor for students. And for the planet, Google even open-sourced its Perch AI to help scientists identify and protect endangered animals just by listening to their sounds. It's everywhere. And if you're wondering just how serious this push for adoption is, get this. The U.S. federal government is giving ChatGPT Enterprise access to its agencies for the grand total of $1. For a whole year. I mean, $1. That's not just a discount. That's an incredibly aggressive move to get AI into the absolute core of how the government works. So that kind of massive adoption naturally leads us to our next big topic, the money and the power. We're talking about the high-stakes battle for control over the whole AI landscape, the chips, the cash, and the brilliant people who make it all happen. And this week, the fight over semiconductors, the actual chips that power all this AI, it just went into complete overdrive. It was just boom, boom, boom. On August 6th, Apple drops a $100 billion U.S. manufacturing plan. On the same day, President Trump announces a 100% tariff on imported chips. And then the very next day, he's calling for Intel CEO to resign. This is a real-time collision of corporate plans and raw politics. But the fight isn't just over silicon. It's over people. It's for the top talent. And here's a story that just blew my mind. A team of top-tier AI engineers reportedly turned down offers from Meta that added up to $1.5 billion. I mean, can you imagine? They chose to stay at their smaller, mission-focused lab instead. It just goes to show you, for some of the best minds in the world, the mission, the purpose, can literally be more valuable than $1 billion payday. So in a world this competitive, where vision and mission are clearly so important, you can see why getting your message out is just critical. It makes sense that innovators and leaders are looking for ways to speak directly to the people who are paying attention, which is why you see them doing things like sponsored guest spots on shows like AI Unraveled, right? It's a way to connect their big ideas with a really engaged audience. Okay, so this all leads us to our final and maybe most critical topic. Because behind this flashy public race for power and performance, there's another race going on, a quieter one. It's the shadow war, the race to make all of this powerful technology safe. And this is really the big question that's just hanging over everything, isn't it? With all this incredible progress, with all this new power, how do we actually make sure this new generation of AI is safe? Are we thinking about that enough? Well, that question got a very urgent answer at the Black Hat Cybersecurity Conference. Researchers unveiled something genuinely scary, a new threat called a zero-click prompt injection attack. Basically, it's a way to hijack AI agents without the user clicking on anything or doing anything at all. This is a huge, huge security risk for anyone and any company using these tools. So, to fight threats like that, labs are having to get really creative. Anthropic, for example, is trying this kind of radical strategy. It sounds weird, but they're actually training their AI to be bad, but in a totally controlled, safe environment. The idea is you teach the AI what harmful behavior looks like from the inside, so it can then learn how to spot it and avoid it out in the real world. It's like giving the AI an immune system. And it's not just the tech labs either. Lawmakers are starting to step in. Illinois just made history as the very first state to pass a law that bans the unsupervised use of AI in therapy. That's a landmark decision. It shows that we're starting to draw some really important ethical lines in the sand, especially when it comes to sensitive areas like mental health. So let's just try to wrap our heads around this unbelievable week. What are the big takeaways? 1, the model race is accelerating, period. We've got new software and totally new hardware. 2, AI isn't some far-off future thing anymore. It's here, right now, in our real lives. 3, the global fight for chips, money, and talent is getting more intense by the day. And 4, and this is so important, the race to make AI safe is just as critical as the race to make it powerful. So, if all this has you fired up and you want to do more than just understand AI, if you actually want to build with it, then you should definitely check out the resources we've linked in the show notes. We've got things like the AI Unraveled Builders Toolkit, plus guides to help you get certified on the big platforms like Azure, Google Cloud, and AWS. And all of this leaves us with one final, massive question. As AI becomes everything, everywhere, all at once, what are we actually building here? Are we creating the most powerful tool in human history? Or are we building our successor? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.